Hi everyone, welcome back. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, then welcome to my channel. I know it's been ages since I've uploaded a video, but I thought I'd do one today on my makeup look that I have right now. So this is going to be a makeup tutorial on how I got this look. If you'd like to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So I'm starting off with a clean face, and I'm going to begin by applying my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. Now I've actually washed my face, which is why you can see like droplets of water on my neck, so just ignore that. I forgot to wipe it away. So I'm beginning by applying the primer onto my cheeks, but where I have like really large pores, and also on my forehead and across the bridge of my nose, because that's where I get really oily. This primer is pretty good. It helps me to stay matte for quite a few hours, and I absolutely love it. So I'm just working that primer into my face, making sure that it's completely absorbed into my skin. I actually wait for a little while before applying my foundation to allow my primer to absorb in. Next, I'm going in with this concealer by Miss Claire. This is a peachy orange concealer, and I'm taking a little bit on my fingers and applying it on the edges of my mouth where my skin tends to get a little gray after I apply foundation. So I have a little pigmentation around my mouth, and I'm applying this concealer there. And as you can see, after you blend it in, it completely disappears and you can't see anything. Now, taking some more of that peachy orange concealer, I'm just going to cover the dark circles under my eyes, and I'm blending that in with my fingers. And you want to make sure that you blend it in completely so that the area under your eyes is nice and smooth and there is no creasing. For foundation, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 332 and the Maybelline Fit Me in 330, and I'm going to mix the two together. I don't like that this foundation doesn't come with a pump because it gets a little messy. So I'm taking a little bit of the foundation on my hand, and I'm going to mix it with just a drop of the foundation in 330, which is the darker shade. I'm a little tan right now, so that's why I mix the two together to get my perfect shade. Now, the way I apply this foundation, since it doesn't come with a pump, I just dot it all over my face. That's where I can concentrate on the areas that I have spots and acne scars. So I'm just dotting this foundation all over my face. I'm also applying some foundation down to my neck so that I can blend it in. Next, I'm going in with this brush from PAC Cosmetics, and I'm blending my foundation in. This is their buffer brush. I will have all the brushes as well as their numbers and details listed in the description box down below, so please be sure to check that out. So I'm just buffing this foundation in, making sure that I cover my whole face. You want to make sure that you take your time in blending out your foundation, because I think that's the key to having a flawless base. You don't want to be in a rush and miss out on any spots. You want to cover everything up and make sure that you buff everything in nice and smooth. Don't forget to take that foundation down your neck as well, and I like to apply whatever's left on my brush onto my ears, just so that my ears are not a different color, and going over my mouth and the areas where I have a little bit of pigmentation, just adding a little bit of foundation there. As you can see, this foundation is not full coverage by any means. It's quite a light everyday foundation, and you can see all my spots and scars even through it. However, it is buildable, so if you feel like you need some more coverage, you can definitely add some more foundation. I personally don't mind that my scars can be seen through the foundation, so that's why I kind of use this on an everyday basis. Next, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm highlighting under my eyes. down the center of my nose and in the middle of my forehead, as well as on my chin. So you want to highlight all the areas where the light naturally hits your face. So I know this looks a little weird, but yeah. So I'm going in with my e.l.f. concealer brush. I really like this brush for blending out my under eye concealer, and as you can see, it blends everything out really nicely. I'm also taking some of that concealer onto my eyelids to act as an eyeshadow primer, and yeah, my hair's getting in my face. Just blending out that concealer across my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. Sometimes I also like to use my fingers because the warmth from your fingers helps the concealer to blend out really nicely. And yeah, as you can see, this brush is really nice. It blends everything out so beautifully. Using my Wet n Wild contouring palette, I'm going to take the banana shade and I'm going to use that to set the concealer under my eyes. I really like this powder because it gives you sort of like a brightening effect under your eyes, and it's great for setting your highlight. To set my whole face, I'm using my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Powder and taking that on a large powder brush. I'm just going to apply it all over my face to set my foundation and also my concealer. I really like this powder because I find the texture is really smooth and it's really nice. Powder's kind of getting everywhere, but yeah, I really like this powder. Going back in with the contouring palette and a slightly denser brush, I'm taking the warm shade and I'm going to use that to just bronze my face. And I don't really use this as a contour by itself because I find it a little bit too warm for my liking. I prefer my contour powders a little bit cooler. So I'm just taking that and I'm just bronzing my face. I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Ultra Sculpt kit, and I like that cooler toned powder, and I'm going to use that to kind of chisel out my cheekbones and contour my face and along my jawline. Across my forehead, as well as the sides of my nose and the tip of my nose to contour it. Sticking with the same palette, I'm using the bronzer from that one and I'm just brushing it over my cheeks using a fluffy blush brush from Wet n Wild. I really like the glow that this bronzer, gives to the skin. It looks very natural and summery. And next I'm going in with another blush from Essence, and this is kind of like a peachy apricot colored blush, and I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks, again using the same brush from Wet n Wild. No look is complete without brows, so for this I'm just using a spoolie to comb out my brows. I think it's really important to have well-groomed brows and to kind of fill in your eyebrows. So I'm using the Maybelline Fashion Brow Cream Pencil in the shade Brown. This is my favorite pencil to use for that very natural, everyday look without your brows looking too overdone. It's very easy to kind of go overboard with your eyebrows, so this pencil is awesome. It's quite difficult actually to go overboard with this one because of the color. I think it's a very natural shade of brown. Just combing through my brows again just to evenly distribute the product. For the eyes, I'm going to show you a hack I've been using. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild contouring palette, the darker shade, and on a fluffy blending brush, I'm taking that color and just placing it into my crease. I'm just blending that in really nicely. I find this hack really helps save time because I'm just using the same products in different ways without having to reach for an eyeshadow palette in this case. Next, I'm going back to my Makeup Revolution sculpting palette, and I'm going in with a highlighter shade, and on a pencil brush I'm just going to take a little bit of that color and I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye first. This step I find really opens up the eye and it really pulls the whole eye look together. Next, I'm just wiping off that pencil brush and wiping off that highlighter shade, and I'm going to go into that deep cool tone brown that I used for my contour, and I'm going to deepen the outer V of my lid with that color. I'm starting off with a little bit of product, and as I need to deepen it further, I'm just adding more product. This is a lot better than, just going in straight away with a whole lot of product and struggling to blend that out. So I'm just adding a little bit of product at a time. Then with my fingers, I'm taking a little bit of that bronzy color that I used earlier, and I'm going to place it from the inner corner of my eyelid right up onto the outer V of my eyelid. Just adding more product as I feel I need to. That bronze shade is a really nice natural, kind of not over the top, but it just adds a little something to your eye look. So I really like the color for an everyday eyeshadow. Going back in with just a little bit more of that highlighter shade to intensify the inner corner highlight, and I'm also going to take a little bit of that highlighter shade and highlight my brow bone. I think this really defines the brows and helps to make that area pop a little bit, so I like doing that as well. Next comes liner. I've actually done my eyeliner off camera because I need both hands to do it. I will leave the name of the liner below. For mascara, I'm using the Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Mascara by Maybelline. This is a waterproof mascara and I absolutely love it, even for an everyday basis, because it's quite easily removable if you have a makeup remover that removes waterproof makeup. But at the same time, if you have watery eyes like me, I suffer from allergies, like dust allergies sometimes, so my eyes tend to water, and this mascara does not budge. For my lips today, I'm using my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Give Me Mocha. I absolutely love this color. Oh my god, it's such a pretty everyday nude. In fact, when I don't know what to wear and I'm always stuck with a lipstick, this is the one I always reach for. I love the formula as well. It's very comfortable on the lips, although you do have to layer it on a couple of times to get a nice opaque color. I find that the formula is fantastic. Even as it wears off, it's quite long lasting by the way, but even as it wears off really evenly and doesn't leave you with like a, like that ring around your mouth. But like I mentioned, you do need to layer it. Going in with highlighter on a Real Techniques brush, I'm taking a little bit to highlight the tops of my cheekbones. Today I'm using the Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss highlighter in the shade Golden Kiss. I love this highlighter. I think it's a very wearable everyday highlighter, even if you're the kind that wears highlighter every day like me. But yeah, I like this product because you can go in with just a little bit to begin with and then slowly add on as you wish. Definitely a must-have product if you're the kind of person that likes highlighters. And that is the finished look. As you can see, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I really like this look and how it turned out. I hope you like it too. I really hope you liked the look and you liked the video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. I will have a list of all the products that I used as well as the brushes that I used, along with links to where you can purchase them in the description box down below, so be sure to check that out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!